So a couple of months ago, I did a video where I went through some of Disneyland's Facebook one-star reviews, and I offered some solutions for these people to hopefully help some of you guys avoid the same mistakes. I thought that that video went over rather well with you guys, so I am going to be doing part 2 today. A little disclaimer before I really get into it. I understand that the people who leave these comments are legitimately upset. I am not trying to demean them, I'm not making fun of them, I'm just using their experiences in the parks as a learning opportunity. Okay, with that being said, let's get started. The first one's going to be a really quick one. With Disney announcing that they will no longer do the payment plans with annual passes, they have now officially priced out our family from ever going back to Disneyland. Only the rich families with expendable incomes will be able to visit the parks. That's actually a rumor that was never substantiated. Disneyland has actually come out and officially said that they are not getting rid of the payment plans for annual passes. So, something you don't have to worry about. This one I found real interesting. Checked in on November 21st, bought a 2-day pass in July thinking I could go once in July, then in November. Well, that wasn't possible because I needed to use it 13 days from the first use. Thanks a lot, Disneyland, for your fine print. You really suck stealing money from people. That was a birthday gift. I had to pay $119 to get in and then could only go on 3 rides. Every wait time was 70+ minutes. It's on the back of the ticket. When you buy a ticket, your first use can be sometimes within 2 years of purchase. But once you use it the first time, it has to be used up within 14 days. So just understand, if you're buying a 2-day pass, you better be going 2 days within the next 2 weeks. And when people say that they can only go on like 3 or 4 rides a day, I legitimately do not understand how that's possible. What that says to me is that you probably showed up like mid-afternoon when fast passes were either gone or you just never utilized them. I could say that almost every time that we go, we end up going on 4 rides within the first half an hour. It takes a little bit of planning. This is not something where you just kind of show up and you hope that things are going to work out. After so many years of living Disneyland, it has gotten bad. Security has become very rude. The rules about selfie sticks sucks because they wouldn't bring mine in, but inside people have theirs. What's the big idea? It sounds like discrimination. The Indiana Jones sucked, no more moving bridge nor rock chasing, not the same. It is true that selfie sticks are not permitted inside the parks. However, I have seen a lot of people somehow smuggle their selfie sticks inside the parks. And I will admit, sometimes I wish that cast members would take those away, not just at security, but I have come to believe that it's possibly not part of their job description, or that they're being told to let security deal with it. It sucks that they don't catch everybody, but it's more these other people are taking advantage and cheating the system. With the Indiana Jones thing, there are certain ride elements that are not working. The cast members, yes, they have monitors that show them all throughout the ride, but they cannot see ride elements. They're looking at the people. And so they may not be aware that certain ride elements are not working. You are more than welcome, once you come off an attraction, to just let one of the cast members know. And that doesn't mean that they're necessarily going to be able to fix it that day, but they can at least look at it closer before they open it up the next day. I think that it is awful to pay so much money to get into Disneyland, take your kids who are super excited, and find out that 3 of the main rides are closed down. First we went to get on the Matterhorn, it was closed. We went to get on Pirates of the Caribbean, again closed. We went to get on Thunder Mountain, and that one was closed as well. When the park is packed and you can only get on 4 rides the whole day, you would like for it to be 4 of the main rides. I will not be going back to Disneyland anytime soon. Based on the rides that they say are closed, I can tell exactly what time of year they went, because on our website we keep track of the refurbishment schedules. 2 of those rides were scheduled to be down at the same time. The last one, it's probably that it was temporarily down, and that happens from time to time. If rides are scheduled to be shut down for refurbishment, Disneyland goes through everything possible to try and let you know. They post it on their website like 60 days in advance. Even when you come through the security checkpoints, there are signs outside. So really, you don't have a lot of excuses for not realizing that there are certain attractions that are going to be closed. This is not the happiest place on earth. I agree with other reviewers that said the cast members are rude and unfriendly. It first began when we weren't allowed to upgrade our tickets to park hoppers. You would think that you're willing to give them money to upgrade, they wouldn't have a problem, but boy was I wrong. I never had to deal with this before, but I actually found the answer really easily. You can upgrade your tickets as long as you still have admission days available on the ticket. If you're on a 3-day ticket, and on your 3rd day, you want to upgrade to a park hopper, they cannot do it because there is no more admission days left. Indiana Jones shut down when we were on it, leaving our truck in the pitch black for what felt like 10 minutes. When I asked a cast member about what was happening, he said they were having technical difficulties but didn't offer any sympathy for being stuck on the ride for so long in the dark. Sometimes it really sucks and you end up on a ride as it's broken down. Unless you're on Space Mountain, and then that's actually every Disney nerd's dream. When a ride breaks down, the limited cast members they have working on the ride are sent scrambling. Some cast members are sent to get guests out of the vehicles and escort them out of the ride. Others are actually trying to get to certain places inside the attraction to work on it and try to get it reset or going. So it's a possibility the cast member that they were talking to was on their way to trying to do something else. You have to give them a break. There's very few of them, and they have to do a lot of stuff and deal with a lot of things in a very short period of time. If you're on a ride when it breaks down, you can ask for a readmission pass. That will allow you to come back to the ride when it's operating again and you don't have to wait in line. Fireworks were canceled last minute after people had been in place waiting for an hour. For the amount of money this place brings in, you expect that everything will be in proper working order. Rides break down sometimes, but fireworks are only ever canceled for one reason. And that reason is high altitude winds. So yes, it sucks, but there's nothing else they can do. They really try very hard not to cancel their fireworks, but it's something that's out of their control. One of our viewers actually shared an experience that she had that could have been a very negative experience, but it proved that Disneyland's customer service goes above and beyond. I hope that she's okay that I'm putting this up here, I assume so. But Loves to Sing 86 said, "Years ago I ate at the Blue Bayou with my family. During the meal, the air conditioning unit that was directly above me continuously dripped on my head. They moved us to a different table, but my mom emailed them when we got home and was very polite. And they sent us a letter to be redeemed during our next trip for vouchers that paid us back for every one of our meals. People shouldn't underestimate Disney's customer service. If you're polite, and do let Disney know when something has not lived up to your expectations, they will do things to try and make up for it." So that will be it for this installment. So hopefully there are some useful tidbits that you guys can use. I know sometimes luck just is not on your side and your experience is not going to be everything that it could be. But sometimes just asking politely can make a huge difference in your experience. Before we head out, I also just want to make a huge shout out to all of our new subscribers out there. Hopefully you guys are enjoying what you're seeing. And to everyone, make sure that you like, subscribe, share the videos so other people can see it. Let me know in the comments what you think. Maybe if you've had any negative experiences that became positives in your opinion, or if you just have other questions or ideas for future videos, because I love hearing back from you guys. It seriously is so much fun to look through the comments every day. So until next week, we will see you guys later. Bye.